us knew this day would arrive. At the same time, how many of us thought that Nomi would live forever? They listened to her play piano.
Hundreds packed into Congregation Beth Israel Synagogue to pay tribute to a woman who survived one of the worst crimes against humanity.
It's unimaginable what she endured, and yet on the other side was a champion of life and love and education.
But she gave us a message and a task. We have to be responsible and carry on that message and carry on that light.
In her early 20s, Nomi Ban, her mother and siblings were forced by Nazis into a world of horror. Her family were sent to the gas chambers at Auschwitz, but Nomi would be forced to work in a factory until nearly the end of World War II.
At the end of the war, she was on one of the death marches. One of the euphemisms that the Nazis used for the death marches were evacuation.
Ban and several other survivors were liberated during that evacuation. She later married and eventually settled in Bellingham. But that's where her incredible story of survival was channeled into an opportunity to teach others about the depths of hate and the redemption of love.
She was an inspiration to so many of us just because of the way she broke her silence and shared her story and made her life and her message about love and about being, being the change in the world that you want to see.
We're mourning a woman who made a triumph out of love over hate.
When did it become obvious?
When the Nazis marched into Hungary, March 19, 1944.
Here, Nomi shared her story with the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum in 1996. And she kept sharing her incredible journey of survival, which eventually helped build a curriculum at Western Washington University to study the Holocaust, genocide, and crimes against humanity. It's that study on campus and in the retelling of Ban's story where her friends and colleagues say the rest of us are now burdened with making sure history never repeats.
Confront hate, confront racism, confront anti-Semitism when we see it, call it out, and make sure that it won't happen again.
We now have the responsibility of holding each other up and then carrying on the torch that she has passed on to each of us.
In Bellingham, Steve Kiggins, Q13 News.